It was a red-eye flight to London, the kind where the cabin lights are dimmed to a ghostly blue, and everyone is a shadow. I sat in 14A. In 14B was a woman who looked around my age, dressed in a sharp charcoal gray blazer. She introduced herself as Elena. For 3 hours we talked. It was an uncanny connection. She knew my favorite poets, my obscure fears, and my career ambitions. She spoke with such eloquence. Her voice was a steady hum over the roar of the jet engines. "Sometimes," she whispered, "we travel not to find ourselves, but to escape the person everyone thinks we are." I felt a strange sense of déjà vu, as if I were talking to a mirror that could speak back. Eventually, the exhaustion of the week overtook me. My eyelids grew heavy, and I drifted into a shallow, dreamless sleep. The last thing I remember was the scent of her perfume, something floral but faintly metallic. I woke up 20 minutes later to the sound of a plastic cup falling. I turned to 14B. The seat was empty. Her bag, her jacket, her presence. Everything had evaporated. I felt a cold knot of apprehension tighten in my chest. I checked the floor. Nothing. But then I felt something hard in the seat pocket. I pulled it out. It was a navy blue passport. My heart began to hammer against my ribs. I opened it. The photo inside was incontrovertibly me. My eyes, my hair, my smile. But the name written in gold ink wasn't Sarah. It was Elena Vance. This was more than a discrepancy. It was an impossibility. I have never used that name in my life. The situation was disorienting. Was I experiencing a hallucination, or was something more sinister at play? I pressed the call button. A flight attendant approached, her smile professional but vacant. "Excuse me," I said, my voice trembling. "The woman in 14B, where did she go?" The attendant looked at the seat, then back at me. "Ma'am, seat 14B has been vacant since we left New York." I felt a surge of indignation. "That's impossible. We've been talking for 3 hours." She checked her tablet, her brow furrowing. "According to the manifest, no one was assigned to this row except you." I showed her the passport, but as she reached for it, I pulled back. I couldn't let them take the only leverage I had. I retreated to the airplane bathroom, locking the door behind me. I stared at the woman in the mirror. "I must have lost my mind," I whispered. But the passport in my hand felt solid, cold, and very real. I spent the rest of the flight in a state of hypervigilance, clutching the passport to my chest. Had I been dreaming, the passport would have vanished with her. But here it was. As the wheels hit the tarmac in London, the cabin lights flashed white. The dream, or nightmare, was over. Or so I thought. I walked through the terminal, feeling like a specter in a crowd of living people. I reached the customs desk. The officer looked at my real passport, then scanned my face. He paused. "Welcome back, Miss Vance," he said, his voice completely neutral. My blood ran cold. I looked at the screen. My Sarah passport was being flagged as fraudulent. "I am Sarah, or at least I was when I boarded the plane. Now I am Elena, and the real Sarah is nowhere to be found.